Hey, what's going on YouTube? Today we're back at it with yet another video, part 3 of the series. This video is going to primarily focus on creating, installing, and deploying the MySQL database on a Linux server. This is going to be the SQL database that will connect to our web application that we will create in the next video. With that being said, followed by that video, we will then also exploit that database by bypassing the web application and also dumping usernames and passwords that are stored that we are creating today. Alright, so with that being said, let's get started. This video is going to be similar to the last video that we had created a quick example, but we are going to start from installation. We're going to cover some of the errors that you may see, and then we're going to input the values into the table. So the first command that we're going to obviously want to do is sudo apt and we want to install MySQL server. Alright, so now that the installation has completed, the next step is going to be creating the database and then the tables and then adding data into those tables. So the first things first is we are going to create the database. So we're going to say, first we're going to log into it. So for a fresh or a default installation, you're going to use a blank password by using the following command. So U is going to be for user, P is for password, and then you shouldn't have any password here. I do because I had set it up previously, so I'm going to set that now. Alright, so now that we are logged into MySQL, first things first, if you want to verify what databases are on a default, you could go ahead and do that now. But we're going to create our own, so we're going to do create database, and we're going to say YouTube lab. Don't forget the semicolon. Alright, and now if we do show databases, you can see that our database has been created, and we're going to use. Now we're using it, and if we do show tables, we can see what tables are inside of this database. Obviously there's no tables right now, so we're going to go ahead and create that table by using the create command. Specify the table, specify the name, so we're going to say users, and then we're just going to add the data. So now we're going to do username, and then password. So now if we do show tables, we can see that we have a user table inside of that database that we had created. Alright, so now that we have the table inside, now let's go ahead and put data into the table, the values into that table. So we're going to go ahead and use insert. And we're going to go ahead and go with Jack. And his password, although it's not very secure, is going to be 1234. And then we're going to do the same thing for Joe. Perfect. So now if we were to use the search, so we're going to go ahead and do select all from table user, and we should be able to see Jack and Joe, and that's it. Alright, so now that we had created the database, we created the tables, we put users inside of those tables, we are done. That is it. Although it is very simple, I felt it was a necessary video, so this way we could go from step 1 to the very end, and this way you guys have an understanding exactly what steps you would need to take in order to make that happen. So the next video is going to actually be more in depth and more detailed. We're going to be actually creating the web page. So we're going to create the web page with HTML files, some PHP files, and those files are going to be inside or hosted on the Apache web server that we're going to download and install. The video following that will be us actually attacking the website in order to gain access without knowing this guy's username or his password. I hope something was able to be taken away today, but if not this video, definitely the next and the one after that. Stay tuned, and as always, never stop learning.